It was a hard-charging candidate Bush in California today, aiming to deny Democrats their Pacific Prize, leveling sharp attacks against his newly named challenger.
In fact, Senator Kerry's been in Washington long enough to take both sides on just about every issue.
But Mr. Bush himself is under fire for new campaign ads using September 11th to highlight his leadership. Families of some 9/11 victims are outraged and charge America's worst tragedy has become another election year tool.
It's really wholly inappropriate to use September 11th in a political way. 3,000 people died on September 11th, and it's really not up for grabs.
White House officials repeatedly pledged the attacks would not be exploited for political purposes. Ignoring family pleas, they defended the ads as highlighting a pivotal moment in history and suggested politics was behind some of the criticism.
I can understand why some Democrats might not want the American people to remember the great leadership and strength that President and First Lady Laura Bush brought to our country in the aftermath of that.
The Firefighters Union, which backs John Kerry, wants them off the air, adding President Bush has shortchanged first responders on critically needed equipment and training.
He's trying to capitalize on the image of great heroics and a great tragedy, I guess trying to show somehow his leadership. The fact of the matter is, I think his leadership has failed when it comes to the nation's first responders and firefighters.
But other first responders rushed to the president's aid. Bernard Kerik, who recently worked for the White House in Iraq, was police chief in New York September 11th. He lost 23 men that day.
He led this country through its darkest day in our history. And people can't forget that. And those images are instilled in our history. Not just politics. This isn't about politics. This is about reality.
Some critics are calling the ads the height of election year hypocrisy, pointing out that President Bush was quick to use 9/11 to build up his image. At the same time, he is refusing to cooperate fully with the commission investigating the attacks on America.